Hey girls, guys, and all people like it, is Maux here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl, and what we need to see from them for these games to be a success, or even more of a success than it already seems like it's going to be because of the trailer drop. It already seems like it's going to be massively successful, but there are a few things that I think would make this even better than just the plain base game. So these are kind of in order, not super in order, but they're sort of in order from most needed to least needed. And the thing we need the most, I think, for sure, is difficulty. This game needs to be just as difficult or more difficult, even if anything, than the original. It needs to be hopefully just as, at the very least. Because as we all know, the newer games are getting so easy. They are no challenge whatsoever. It's kind of crazy. But these remakes are hopefully gonna change that, and hopefully they'll just be just as difficult, if not maybe a little more difficult, for people who played it in the past and want a challenge, and maybe difficulty modes or something. Like, I know people want to be able to disable the experience share. I would like that as well, because it is very easy, and I would like a bit more of a challenge in these games. So maybe something like that with toggleable things like the experience share, stuff like that. Maybe, who knows? I'm not sure how they could implement that. But I would like to see it be more difficult. I'm sure a lot of people would too. All right, next thing. Mega Evolution. I'm a big fan of it. A lot of people really love it. I think we really need to see Mega Evolution and some Mega Evolved Sinnoh region Pokemon, like the starters, of course, Staraptor, all the fan favorites and whatever. And please, for the love of God, I hope we do not get Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing. It was a gimmick for the region of Galar, and I think it should stay there. I saw a few leaks and stuff. I talked about this in my trailer review. I saw a few leaks and stuff talking about how they will implement it, but of course they're leaks, not confirmed. They're talking about how they're going to implement it, and I just don't like the sound of it. I would prefer if that just stays in the Galar region, or maybe in something else, they do it some other way in some other region. I just would prefer Mega Evolution in the Sinnoh region. Like we got for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I'd like these games to get that kind of treatment, like I said in the past, but we already see it's too late for the graphical treatment of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But maybe we can get the Mega Evolutions and stuff like that. Alright, next thing that I'm really doubting we're gonna get, which is so sad, but following Pokemon. They did it in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Everybody loved it. They did it in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. They implemented it really well. There's even rideable Pokemon, which I am always a fan of seeing, though I highly doubt this will have rideable Pokemon. And then Sword and Shield, they totally screwed it up. It was nice to see your Pokemon out of their Pokeball, but it was done in such a way that was not nearly as satisfying as the previous games. So hopefully they come back and fix that if they ever implement it again, and if they were to implement it in this game as well. Alright, so next thing I'm really not expecting to see, but maybe some Sinnoh forms. We have the Kanto region variants, we have Alolan variants, we have Galar variants. But yeah, maybe some Sinnoh forms would be real cool to see for some of the newer Pokemon. Maybe some Sinnoh forms for... I'm not sure what exactly, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but it would be kind of cool to see. I'm in the middle with regional variants. I like them. I don't want an overabundance of them, however. Alright, next and last two things. I think there might be, just because of how remakes have been done in the past and because of the new game coming out. But all right, first thing, some new tie-ins or additions to the story. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire had them with the Delta episode. The next game is really focusing, the next game as in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So maybe there'll be some kind of Arceus thing you can do, or maybe the Distortion World, because, that's a Platinum thing, but this is obviously Diamond and Pearl. But just some kind of new story you can do. Maybe there'll be a Platinum episode, because it was called the Delta episode, right? But yeah, so something like that would be fantastic. I know a lot of people would really like that. And I think it would be a good addition rather than just a shot-for-shot remake of the original. Although, honestly, I think I said this in a previous video, I'm happier with a shot-for-shot remake than too many liberties taken, for example adding Dynamax or something like that. Rather a shot-for-shot remake than that, but it would be great to see some new additions to the story. Alright, and the very last thing, a potential tie-in to Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think that it would make sense for there to be a tie-in just because they're both in the Sinnoh region. They're coming out very close to each other. And Legends Arceus is about... We don't know how Arceus is involved, but we do know that Arceus is involved. He is the box art Pokemon there. So maybe we'll be able to catch it or something like that. But if we are able to catch it, I don't believe, to my knowledge, that there's any legends or anything about Arceus being caught by a trainer. So if they did something like that, I think it would be cool, or maybe it can just be a small thing, I feel like, but have some kind of reference to it in these games. I think that would make a lot of sense. Be pretty cool as well. It would be like a good lead up to it because this game is coming out before Legends Arceus. So I think it just makes sense to have them do that. Anyways, that's pretty much it for what I think we need to see out of these games. I'm sure there's a bunch more that we need to see. A lot of things people want changed, a lot of things people want added, removed, etc. That's just what I personally think we need to see in these games for them to be a smash success. Following Pokemon, not so much. Maybe that's a smaller thing. That's a personal thing. I really want to see that. So that's personal. That can go on the bottom of the list. But everything else, I think, is pretty important, but not, like, detrimental. Like I said, shot-for-shot remake wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, my dudes. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned. I'm going to be making a video similar to this about some of the biggest questions we have for the next game, which is Pokemon Legends Arceus, like I said. Some big questions that we have and maybe what we need to see for that game as well. So that's going to be coming up next. I'm glad to be back recording. I like making these kinds of videos. But I do want to get back into the gaming scene with actually like putting out gameplay, stuff like that. And I think I will. But that's a topic for another video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for more in the future. Goodbye.